Okay, so today we'll start with the continuation of organic chemistry that we did last class, and after that we'll be doing another chapter. So first thing is the continuation of organic chemistry, that is we are going to start classification and nomenclature. Our topic is classification. Basically first we will do classification of organic compounds. That's what we are going to do first. Okay, so there are different kind of organic compounds. So based on some criteria, we have divided the organic compounds into certain types. Okay, certain types. So what are the types basically? So first of all, if you see, based on structure, we have first of all differentiated the organic compounds based on structure. So first thing is acyclic compounds. Acyclic means those which is not cyclic. Simple. Acyclic, those which is not cyclic is acyclic. Acyclic compounds are nothing but open chain compounds. Okay, these are open chain compounds. So open chain compounds already you have done a lot, like CH3, CH2, CH3. This is propane, this is open chain, this is not a cyclic chain. Okay, this is not a cyclic chain. That's what I mean to say. Next, there are cyclic compounds. Cyclic compounds. Now the cyclic compounds are of various types. Okay? So number one type is homocyclic. Homocyclic means, first of all, what is cyclic? Cyclic means it's a closed structure like this. So this is a cyclic compound. Okay? It's a closed structure. Okay? So first of all, we are going to do homocyclic compounds. What are homocyclic compounds? Homocyclic compounds means, suppose I am making a compound with 4 carbons like this. Just put one carbon at each dot and join them. Okay, so you can see over here, carbon has 2 hands satisfied, that the 2 valencies are satisfied. So another 2 valencies needs to be covered up. So I'll put here H2, 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 H2. This is nothing but cyclobutane. If you see, this is nothing but cyclobutane. Now this type of compound is also called carbocyclic compounds. Okay? Also called carbocyclic compounds. Clear আছে? Okay.
Sir,
So, follow.
Sir, carbocyclic কি কেন বলে?
কেন কি আসছে আমি এখনো পুরো শেষ করিনি। তার basic reason is all the vertices of the cycle, is composed of what? Carbon. If you see all the vertices of the cycle, প্রতিটা কোণা কি আছে? কার্বন আছে না? তাই জন্য এটাকে কার্বোসাইক্লিক বলে। ঠিক আছে? ক্লিয়ার আছে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
আচ্ছা, তো তোরাও নিজেরা একটা বানাতে পারিস। You can also make by yourself. So make 5 points like this. Put one carbon, join the carbons, and put the required number of hydrogens. Put the required number of hydrogen. बस हो जाएगा। ठीक है ना? चलो, put the required number of hydrogen and give me what is the molecular formula. C কত হবে, H কত হবে? फटाफट। What is the molecular formula?
C5H10.
Yes, very good. C5H10. ठीक है? So this is also an example of carbocyclic compound because all the vertices are composed of carbon only. ठीक है? अच्छा, other type of compound is also there, that is heterocyclic compound. So before we go into heterocyclic, ठीक है ना? Before we go into heterocyclic, first of all, let us divide this homocyclic. Let us basically complete this homocyclic. उसके बाद heterocyclic में जाएंगे. So I don't have any space. If you have, you can do it here, but I don't have, so I'll take it this way. So what is homocyclic compound? না বুঝতে পারলে বলবে কিন্তু, হ্যাঁ? What is homocyclic? আমরা জানি প্রতিটা পয়েন্টে কার্বন আছে, right? Every point has carbon, every vertices. Now this can be further divided into two types. One is alicyclic compounds. Okay? Another is aromatic compounds. Okay? So we are first finishing the homocyclic part, then we will study what is heterocyclic. So first thing is alicyclic compound. So what are alicyclic compounds? The compound I have already shown you. These are basically alicyclic compounds. So nothing but cycloalkanes. You can have alkanes. Okay, it can be cycloalkenes also or alkynes also. Cycloalkenes. Alkynes also is possible. Cycloalkynes. ठीक है ना? तो थोड़ा देख लो यार. Cycloalkanes, so these are cycloalkanes. Let's make one cycloalkene. Visible, right? So suppose this is a compound. I am putting it like this. So please give me the molecular formula of this. This is a cycloalkene. Everybody gave me the molecular formula. Put carbon at each point. Put the bonds as it is, and then check one by one carbon. You check how many hydrogens are required. So first you put over here carbon. This carbon requires how many hydrogen? See, 2 hands are satisfied, so 2 hydrogen is required. This carbon requires how many hydrogen? 3 hands are satisfied, so it requires 1 hydrogen. Okay? This carbon requires how many hydrogen? 1 hydrogen. So 1 hydrogen here like this. This one 2 hydrogen. So total number of carbon is 4.
Sir, your camera is.
Oh, sorry. Now okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So total number of carbon is 4. Total number of hydrogen is C4
H6.
Correct. C4H6. Okay. So this is cycloalkenes. You can also try on cycloalkynes. Okay, no problems. So cycloalkanes can be there, cycloalkynes can be there. Now we'll come to aromatic compounds. Okay. So here we don't have much space, so I'll take this up. So let us see what are the aromatic compounds. What are they exactly? See, aromatic compounds has a special property which is called aromaticity. Okay. So this aromaticity can be checked by a rule which is called Huckel's rule. So which we will study later on. Okay. Huckel's rule. Huckel's rule is there. The compound has to be resonating, that is resonance has to be there. The compound has to have planar structure. Planar structure means all the atoms will be in the same plane. ठीक है ना? मतलब like this. Like this. Suppose this one, if you see, if this is one carbon atom, this is another, this is one, this is one. Okay. This top part I am saying. Okay, I'll take this one. See this one. This is just a one plane, right? So at the 4 corners there can be 4 carbon atoms. Clear? So this is planar. Okay. But if you take this one, this is non-planar. Because carbon atom can be here, it can be here, it is not in same plane. It is the plane is differentiating. So then it is non-planar. Okay. So these requirements are there when we will say that a compound is aromatic or not. So this is a little bit complicated. So we'll study them when we study about aromatic compound in detail. But normally, what are the examples of aromatic compound? The simplest aromatic compound that we have got is this one. Okay. This is benzene. This is benzene, C6H6. This is benzene. Clear? Okay. Next is, can you form other aromatic compounds? Yes, there are other aromatic compounds like naphthalene. So you just fuse 2 rings together like this, join this like this. Okay. See, this is naphthalene. Okay. This is naphthalene. You put another ring like this, it should be anthracene. Okay, it should be anthracene. So naphthalene, as you can see, it has how many cycles? 2 cycles. So this is called a bicyclic compound. Okay, but benzene is monocyclic compound. So similarly, if anybody asks you what anthracene is a tricyclic compound. Okay, you want to draw anthracene? I'll just show you. Okay, first of all, you need to draw the double bonds, alternate double bonds. This is done. Next is this one, this one. Next is this one, this one, like this. This is anthracene. Okay. Remember, this is different, and if this ring goes to the top, that is attached to this part, then it becomes another compound which is called phenanthrene. Okay, because the properties differ. Anyhow, this is a tricyclic compound because it has 3 cycles. Simple. Okay. So all these you are seeing at this moment, these aromatic compounds that you are seeing are basically a part of carbocyclic. Now the question comes whether heterocyclic compounds can be aromatic or not. Okay, so the answer is yes, heterocyclic compounds can also be aromatic. Now these aromatic compounds are further divided into 2 types. Okay, these aromatic compounds, what you can see over here, are further divided into 2 types. Okay, one is benzenoids. Benzenoids are those compounds which has benzene ring, like the ones we have discussed. These are benzenoids. Okay, like the ones we have discussed are benzenoids. Clear, everybody? Any doubts? Benzenoids are those compounds which has benzene rings, okay, formed by benzene rings. Now there are certain compounds which are not having benzene ring but still they are aromatic, like non-benzenoids. Non-benzenoids does not have benzene ring but they are still aromatic. I'll just give you an example. Okay, so you can see this is a 7-membered carbon ring, 7-membered, okay, 7-membered carbon ring. Okay, you can by yourself put the carbons in the vertices and check how many hydrogens will be required. This compound name is tropolone. Okay, this is an example of a non-benzenoid compound. Clear? This is an example of non-benzenoid compound, tropolone. Okay, so there are other compounds also like this, like azulene is there. So anyhow, one example will be enough for this. Okay, done. So any doubts until now in this?
স্যার
বলো।
স্যার এটা কম্পাউন্ড নেমটা কি হবে?
ট্রোপোলোন।
হ্যাঁ,
TROPOLON। ठीक है, so I can rub this, right?
yes.
Now we will be understanding what are basically heterocyclic compounds. ठीक है, see, heterocyclic compound means there will not only be carbon but some other element also there. ठीक है, not only be carbon, some other element along with carbon will also be there. ठीक है, so I'll give you some example. This is one heterocyclic compound. Here you can also put one CH. Okay. So this compound name is thiophene. Okay. These names are important because I am giving you only those compounds which will be asked here and there in some exams. What is thiophene? Give one example of heterocyclic compounds, or thiophene is given, it will be asked thiophene is a type of dash compound. You need to understand, write down that it is heterocyclic, or it can come a part of MCQ examinations. Okay, and then you can write pyrrole is there, same kind of structure. So Siddha Yoga. Okay, this is pyrrole, PY. So you can see in this ring, other than carbon, sulfur was there. In this ring, other than carbon, this nitrogen was there. Okay. Similarly, this is furan. Okay. So these are the examples of different types of compounds that you have. Okay, clear? কোনো doubt থাকলে বলতে পারো। We're going to basically start nomenclature, right? So before starting nomenclature, we have to revise the different types of groups that we have studied in class 10. Okay, na? Different types of groups we have studied. Like this was what? This was alkenes, right? Alkenes. This was alkynes. This was ethers. Okay, but this is ether, that is okay, but that is common name. But what about its name when it is to be written in UPAC name? It is called alkoxyalkane. So we'll do examples of them. Alkoxyalkanes. Okay, this is acids, carboxylic acids. UPAC name oic acid. CHO aldehydes, UPAC name al. ठीक है ना? CO separated by two alkyl groups. These are called one. Basically ketones, right? This is alkanoid group or OAT, esters, right? Class of compound is esters. Clear? Next, like this is ether, na? There is another kind of this one. This is called thioether. Sorry, sulfur. Thioether. Okay. These are amides. These are amines. Okay. The top one is amide. The next one is amine. This is carboxylic acid, na? SO3H. If it is there, SO3H, it's called sulfonic acid. Called sulfonic acid. Okay. SO3H. Next, this is cyanide group. It's also called cyano group, but normally it is called nitrile. That is in UPAC name, it will be called as nitrile. NITRILE. If it is changed with position, that is, it's make like this, it is called isonitrile. Okay. If nitrogen is attached to carbon, that is, if the nitrogen is attached as a group to the carbon, and if it is like this NO2, it is called nitro group. If it is like this, then it is called nitrite. Nitrite is the one you study normally in inorganic chemistry, potassium nitrite, sodium nitrite, and all those things. And now upper one is nitro, NO2, nitro. Both are NO2, but in this one, with the alkyl group or with the carbon, nitrogen is attached, and with this one, oxygen is attached. Okay? COCl, oil chloride. Oil chloride. Okay, na? This acid is what? Like this. You replace this OH, make this chlorine. It becomes, normally it was oic acid. Replace this OH and replace with chlorine. It becomes oil chloride. Okay? It becomes oil chloride. So, any doubt in these things? We'll study about representation of organic molecules. Representation की की है देखो basically when we represent organic molecules we have certain types of representation. Okay? Various people represent it in various ways. So I'll take one compound and I'll try to represent in separate forms. So first of all, I'll take propane. Okay, propane will be a easier one for me. Okay. If you want to draw propane, you will have 3 carbons like this. All are single bond because it's an alkane, and put the hydrogens like this. Okay. Hydrogens you can put like this. So this type of formula is called structural formula. You already know this. And you know how to make it also. So there is no problem with it. Right? Now, in the same formula, if I want to make a molecular formula, then what should I do? I'll count the number of carbons, that is C3, count the number of hydrogen, that is H8. So this type of formula will be called as molecular formula. Okay. This type of formula will be called molecular formula. Next there is a type of formula which I'll write this one, see, like this. This carbon has 3 hydrogen with it, right? So H3C, CH2, you can also write like this, CH3. This type of formula is called condensed formula. I have condensed the structural formula, nothing else. Okay, this type of formula is called condensed formula. Okay. The last, which actually you have not studied in class 10th, maybe I have taught to some people, but normally it is not taught in class 10th, that is called bond line formula, which will be very important in class 11th and 12th if you are giving competitive examination, otherwise no. Okay. So in this type of formula, basically you have to see how many carbons are there in the chain. So here you can see 3 carbons are there. So you put one dot like this, and then like this, and then like this. Okay. And you just join. This is the easiest type of formula that you can see. That's it. Okay. Nothing else. You don't need to count hydrogen, nothing else. I will say you propane, you know propane has 3 carbons. Okay, na? Propane has 3 carbons. So you just make 3 dots and join them. And dots must be joined like this. Straight line draw kar diya to samajh mein nahi aayega. Because you have to find the kinks. Each kink, 1 kink, 2 kink, 3 kink. Okay? Each kink, these are called kinks. I hope you know that. Okay? Each kink will have 1 carbon atoms. Okay? So this type of formulas are called bond line formula. Okay, so I'll give you some exercise right now. So see, I'll give you this one. Please find out the molecular formula for this compound. This is the bond line formula. Please find out the molecular formula for this compound.
স্যার এখানটায় কি হলো?
কোনখানে? প্রতিটা কার্বন আগে বসিয়ে নিবি তুই। Every carbon you will put like this.
হ্যাঁ,
Then you see how many bonds are left. So here 3 bonds are left, 3 hydrogen. No bonds are left, no hydrogen. Here 1 bond is left, 1 hydrogen. Here 2. ठीक है? ठीक है ना? So you will be having in your books exercises for different kind of this bond line to molecular formula to bond line. ठीक है? Molecular formula to structural formula, bond line formula to structural, bond line formula to condensed. ठीक है ना? So you need to practice them. ठीक है? You need to practice them. ठीक है? Every book has ample number of examples. In this case, I know. So there is no problems at all. You need to practice them. हो जाएगा. Any doubts on this? You can ask me right now. বলো, কোনো ডাউট থাকলে বলো। কারো কোনো ডাউট নেই তো? মুছে দিলাম তাহলে। Okay, so now we'll do degree of hydrogen and degree of carbon. Suppose a carbon atom is attached to 0 or 1 carbon atom. ठीक है ना? A carbon atom is attached to either 0 carbon atom, that is no carbon atom is there, or 1 carbon atom. 0 carbon atom is like methane. Methane has no other carbon atom, only 1 carbon. So this type of carbon atom is called 1 degree carbon atom. ठीक है? If it is attached to 2 carbon atom, if the carbon atom is attached to 2 carbon atoms, it is called 2 degree carbon atom. If it is attached to 3 carbon atom, it is called 3 degree carbon atom. ठीक है? If it is attached to 4 carbon atom, then it is called 4 degree. So we'll take one example. So this is a 1 degree carbon atom, as you can see. Also, we'll take a big example where everything will be cleared. CH3, 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 CH2, CH3. ठीक है? So one by one we will see. If you see this carbon atom is attached to only 1 carbon atom. So that means it is 1 degree. ठीक है? This carbon atom, if you see, is attached to 3 carbon atoms. So this is 3 degree. This one on the other hand is attached to 4 carbon atoms. So this is 4 degree. And this one again 1 degree. Only 1 carbon atom is attached. 1 degree. 1 degree. Okay, this is CH3. So how does this help me really? See, if you notice very carefully, then in this type of chain compounds, 1 degree carbon atom, whatever is 1 degree carbon atom always has 3 hydrogen atoms. ठीक ना? 1 degree carbon atoms always has 3 hydrogen atoms. 2 degree is not there, somehow I have missed it. You can take this example, CH3, CH2, CH3. So here you can see this carbon is 2 degree because attached to 2 carbon atom. This carbon is 2 degree. ठीक है ना? So 2 degree carbon atom always has 2 hydrogen atoms. है ना? 2 hydrogen atoms. ठीक है? If you see 3 degree hydrogen, 3 degree carbon always will have 1 hydrogen atom. And if it is 4 degree carbon, that means it has 0 hydrogen atom. ठीक है. 4th degree carbon has 0 hydrogen atom. Remember one thing, if your carbon is 3 degree, then the attached hydrogen with the carbon is also 3 degree. ठीक है ना. So if I ask you how many 3 degree hydrogen is there, 3 degree hydrogen, 1 degree hydrogen and 4 degree hydrogen. So 4 degree hydrogen तो होता ही नहीं है. क्यों? Because 4 degree hydrogen मतलब 0 hydrogen atoms. It is not possible. 4 degree carbon के साथ कोई hydrogen नहीं होता है. ठीक है. So 0 होता है. So 4 degree hydrogen is never possible. It is 0 always. If you count 3 degree, you can count only one will be there, because only one 3 degree carbon is there. If there is only one 3 degree carbon, as there is one 3 degree carbon and each 3 degree carbon has one hydrogen atom, as you can see over here. Each 3 degree carbon has one hydrogen atom. So 1 into 1, that is 1. Now for 1 degree hydrogen, what will you do? You will first count the number of 1 degree carbon. So this is also 1 degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, and each 1 degree carbon atom has 3 hydrogen atoms. So 15. Okay. So total number of, if you see total number of hydrogen atoms we are getting over here is 16. Okay na? If you see the number of carbon atoms over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So C7. H we are getting from this is 16. So this is the formula of heptane. If you do alkane CnH2n plus 2, then if you put n is equal to 7, this will come 2 into 7 to 14 plus 2, 16. Clear? এখানে যদি দেখ অ্যালকিন রয়েছে তো, সো নাম্বার 1 হলো আমরা লেট আস ফার্স্ট আইডেন্টিফাই 1 ডিগ্রি. হ্যাঁ, 1 ডিগ্রি কার্বন কটা আছে? So first of all, 1 degree carbon, when you are identifying this one, you will be seeing that it is 1 degree, but it is not 1 degree because it is attached to actually 2 carbons, because double bond will be counted like this na, one another 2 carbons na, it is attached to 2 carbons, it is not attached to 1 carbon, this is a double bond. So this is not a 1 degree, this is 2 degree. This one is attached to 4 carbons if you see. ठीक है ना? So this will be 4 degree. This will be 1 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree, 1 degree. Now you can do. No problem is there. ठीक है?
Sir C8H16 হচ্ছে?
যা হবে হবে, আমি জানি না. C8H16 ই হবে. দেখো, you can count it and find it out. That is easy. But when you are seeing this double bond, how to take whether it is 2 degree or 1 degree, that is the catch, nothing else. It should be 2 degree because this carbon is attached to 2 carbons, it is not attached to 1 carbon. Okay? 2 of its bonds are with carbon only. Clear hai?
Yes sir.
Everyone? ठीक है? So let us go ahead with UPAC nomenclature. So we can start UPAC nomenclature. Definitely we can't finish it today. We'll try how much we can do. Let's see. Okay. So IUPAC. So there are certain rules of UPAC nomenclature. So I think almost everybody knows the basic rules. Word root, longest chain, suffix, prefix, primary suffix, secondary suffix, primary prefix, secondary prefix. So these were the things basically. So what are word roots first of all? So after identification of longest chain, longest carbon chain, after identification of longest carbon chain, word root is the one that you need to identify or write down. So suppose the longest carbon chain has say 7 carbons. ठीक है ना? Longest carbon chain has 7 carbons. So if there are 7 carbons, then what should be the word root? So there is a list. If there is 1 carbon, it should be meth. So like this, I think everybody of you know this. So I'll just discuss those things which you have not known. So C11 is there. If this is C11, then it is called undec. If it is C12, it is called dodec. Okay, like this. If it is C13, it is called tri. Okay, C13 is called tridec. C20 has a special name. You need to remember. ICOS. EICOS. ठीक है. C30 is triacont. After that it is easy. C40, C50, tetra, penta and all those go on. ठीक है. So इतना तो लगेगा नहीं भाई. यहाँ तक इनफ है. ये सब लगता ही नहीं. ठीक है. डेकेन कभी कभार आ जाता है. Okay. So 7 carbons means word root will be hept. So this is our first step. Step number 1 is longest chain, 2 is word root. Number 3 is we need to identify suffix. Suffix means something that comes after the word root. ठीक है ना? After the word root. Now this suffix are of 2 types. One is 1 degree suffix or primary suffix. Another is 2 degree suffix or secondary suffix. What is 1 degree suffix first of all? 1 degree suffix basically means whether it is alkane, ठीक है ना? If it is alkane, it will be called as ANE. So if it is hept, if it is an alkane, you will call it ANE, heptane. Done. ठीक है? So if there is no double bonds, no triple bonds, just simple ANE. Next, it can be alkene. Then it is ENE. ठीक है? So if there is double bond, then you will write it hept ENE. If there is triple bond, it will be called as alkyne. It will be YNE. YNE. ठीक है? If there is triple bond. If there is 2 double bonds, that is a compound with 2 double bonds. Possible है ऐसा? Like this, 2 double bonds वाला compound. ठीक है? So we'll name this right now. We'll do this as a practice. First of all, what is this called? This type of compound is called alkadines. Alkadines. So let's name this. First of all, 1, 2, 3, 4. ठीक है ना? So this is 4 numbers of carbon is there. So the word root will be but. But 2 double bonds are there. So I have to write A. Alkadines. So buta. Then at number 1 carbon and number 3 carbon I have double bond. So 1, 3 diene. Don't forget this A in case of alkadines. ठीक है? Now if there is 2 triple bonds, that is also possible. Then what it is called? It is called alka di YNE. ठीक है? Alka di YNE. So we need to do an example, otherwise we will not understand. Right? So simple. Let's take the same example. No problem at all. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 buta 1 3 डाई like this. ठीक है, these are 2 triple bonds. ठीक है, if there is 3 double bonds, it can be possible 3 double bonds, then it is called alkatrine. So this way it will go about tetraene and all. So I'll show you 3 double bonds. Number of carbon atoms 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we can number it from this side or that side. I don't think it will be difference because this is at number 3 1 2 3 same. Okay, so it is hex. Hex A is important. 1 3 5 trine. ठीक है, so this is how you take care of the 1 degree suffix. We have not yet gone to 2 degree suffix, just we are still in 1 degree suffix. ठीक है, so any doubts in 1 degree suffix? 2 degree suffix means functional group. So what can be the functional group? Let's just take some examples. If it is OH, we have just done all. If it is CHO, Al. If it is C double bond double OH, oic acid. ठीक है ना? So this is a list. That is a big list already we have done. ठीक है? What will be this one? SH. It will be thiol. It is all. This is thiol. If there is sulfur, this THI comes into place. ठीक है? So these are functional group which we need to use many a time. So we'll take an example with bond line, because nowadays we have to do bond line. So let's do this one. Okay, first of all we have to find out the longest chain. ठीक है ना? So if you are not comfortable, which most of the people are not, what I have seen, then please write the normal structure like this. First of all do this double bond. हो गया ना? Double bond. How many hydrogen required? 2 hydrogen. How many hydrogen required? 1 hydrogen. How many hydrogen required? 2 hydrogen. Okay. Now you number the carbon. So from which side you should number? You can say you can number from this side. Double bond is there. Remember, while numbering carbon atoms, when there is unsaturation like this and also a functional group, the functional group will get the preference. The functional group will get the preference. So numbering will be like this. 1 2 3. So it is prop, right? Clear? It should be prop. ठीक है भाई? Is there double bond? Yes, there is double bond. कितने number carbon पे? Second carbon पे. चलो 2. Next, we have to put 2 point पे क्या आएगा? Primary suffix in. E N E. But we have a functional group. Functional group means we have to delete this last E, and we have to write the UPAC name of functional group. Luckily in this case the functional group is in first carbon, but it may not be. So have a practice like this. Write the name number. I know if it is in number 1 you need not write, but if I have a practice of writing I will never forget. Okay, prop 2 in 1 all. I have also taken the functional group this time, so that is secondary suffix also I have taken. Okay,
Sir,
now number 3 is suffix, so number 4 is prefix. So prefix are also of 2 types. One is 1 degree, another is 2 degree. Okay, so first of all we will do the 1 degree. 1 degree part basically composes of the cyclo or non-cyclo, that's it. So suppose there is a compound like this. Okay, so first of all where I'll start the numbering, I'll start the numbering from here. 1 2. I'll not go from this side because in will come first from this side. So 3 4. So first thing is it's a 4-membered ring, so but. There is double bond, yeah I know, in second carbon. 2 in. At one position we have all, so I'll write like this. Prefix. So prefix means whether it is cyclo or not. 1 degree means whether it is cyclo or not. Yes, it is cyclo. I can see. So I'll write primary prefix first. Cyclobute 2 in 1 all. ठीक है ना? Cyclobute 2 in 1 all. Clear? Now, what is 2 degree? 2 degree means nothing. 2 degree composes of substituents. Substituents are basically at this moment of two types. Okay. Number one is alkyl groups. Okay. Alkyl groups means CH3. This is methyl group. Okay. C2H5 ethyl group. C3H7 propyl group. So these are alkyl groups. Then there is halo groups. Halo groups means Cl chloro, Br, bromo, and all those fluoro, iodo, and all. Okay. So these are basically the normal substituents. But later on, you will find another thing is that suppose if there is a compound where a functional, there are two functional groups. I'll just show you a compound right now. So here you can see this compound can be an acid, can also be an alcohol. So there is a series which will do, which will let us know what should be the suffix, because you cannot have two suffix. You will have one suffix, remember. So in this case, the numbering will always start from this 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is bute. Okay, bute and 1 oic acid. Okay, but this one cannot come in suffix, so this automatically becomes prefix that time. Okay na? This OH cannot come in suffix, it becomes prefix, and this OH when comes in prefix, it is called as 3-hydroxy. So it is a different name altogether. So for every group, if you go through the books, every group there is a name for suffix, there is a name for prefix, and we need both. Okay, we need both, because to name them we need to know all of them. So there is another kind of prefix, that is, we can write this functional groups of lower preference. That is, normally this is coming at lower preference to acid. Okay, so these are the three kinds of prefix we need to do. I'll just change this compound like this. So if I now start numbering this one, so this will be same numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. So definitely bute, okay, 2 in 1 all. This is no difference is there, same. Now we have to find out what is 1 degree prefix. It is cyclo, we know that, already done it, right? Now what is 2 degree prefix? That is the substituent. There is a substituent, so you have to write 4-methyl. So this completes the basic rules of UPAC nomenclature. After that, there are so many rules we have to do, but these are the basic rules of UPAC nomenclature which we need at least minimum to solve any question on UPAC nomenclature. চলো এটা তোমরা করো। এটা UPAC nomenclature দিয়েছি, খুব একটা কোনো চাপের কিছু দেইনি, ঠিক আছে? So this will be the homework. ठीक है? So I have given you only the bond line diagram. So this homework has some importance. Importance is you can also practice bond line to normal condensed formula and then go for UPAC nomenclature of this compound. So this will give you a pretty fair idea of both the concepts. ठीक है ना?